you're out there. You've been doing interviews for a really long time and talking about a lot of stuff over and over again. So I just decided I want to throw in some questions. And if at any point you feel like you don't want to answer a straight question, and if I don't want to ask you one, we'll go to the secondary question.
Okay, great. Sounds good.
Okay, here's one. Would you rather ride on the back of a cow, a tiger, or The Rock?
The Rock?
The Rock.
Man, probably The Rock. I would imagine.
Like a piggyback.
Yeah, that'd be fun. I once worked with a tiger.
You did?
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say I once worked with The Rock.
No, I've never worked with The Rock. It would have been probably a preferable experience. I hear he's late a lot.
What was the tiger?
I did a movie called The Interview about North Korea, and there's a scene with a tiger. And I directed the movie with my partner, and we wrote the scene where there's a tiger, and I thought in my head it would be like a CG Life of Pi had come out sort of recently, and I was like, oh, we'll get the Life of Pi. We'll do the Life of, put us down for one Life of Pi. And they were like, we can't afford that at all. Like, we got to get a real tiger. And I was like, oh, God. And so we found a tiger wrangler in Calgary. Wow. And we had a call with him, and it was so funny. And he was like the least confidence-inspiring person you've ever spoken to in your entire life. I was like, where'd you get the tiger? He's like, from a stripper. Okay. And we were like, what? And he was like, yeah, he had like a tiger. She had a tiger cub as a part of her act, and he got too big. And she was like, I got to get rid of this thing. We were like, where does a stripper get a tiger? He's like, it's easier than you think. That was his. He's like, you could get one. And then we had sent him the script, and he's like, let's just go over the scene. And he's like, so like, you're not shooting this at night, are you? And I'm like, yeah, the scene's set at night. He's like, ooh. And I was like, why is that bad? He's like, well, they hunt at night.
Oh,
like, okay. Jeez. He's like, can it be during the day? And we were like, no, is that okay? And there's like a long pause, and he's like, yeah, it's okay. I think it's okay.
I'll make it
and
work.
He's like, it won't be in a big open area, will it? And we're like, yeah, it's like a giant, like a meadow, basically. And he's like, ooh. And we're like, is that bad? He's like, well, if there's like a deer or something, they will go after it. Oh, no. And we were like, oh, well, that's bad. Should we not do this? He's like, no, it's fine. And he's like, it won't be raining, will it? We're like, yeah. And we were like, literally, we're filming in Vancouver in the winter. It will be raining. He's like, oh, that's not good. And we were like, why? He's like, oh, the rain just really agitates them. They just don't like the rain. And we were like, should we not do it? And he's like, no, it's fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. And then the day arrives, and there's the tiger, and the guy, and I see him like walking it around, like 100 yards away. And I'm just like, we got to shoot this in a way that I'm like nowhere near the tiger. Like, I just don't want to be near the tiger. And it's like, we shoot the tiger's half and my half, and I don't want to go see the tiger. I don't want to touch the tiger. And the guy like marches right up to me, and first of all, he's supposed to double me in the scene, and I had seen him, and I'm like, you're gonna have to lose some weight if you're gonna double me. Not that I'm small, but he was a big dude, and he's like, great, I've been looking for an excuse to lose some weight, and I see him walk toward me, and he's maybe gained 10 pounds in the time that I've seen him, and he's like squeezed into the same wardrobe as me, and I'm just like, you didn't lose weight. And he's like, it's fine. It's like, don't worry. And he's like, if you don't think we're gonna match, then you're gonna have to do the tiger stuff. And I was like, I don't want to. And he's like, come meet the tiger. And I was like, I don't want to meet the tiger. You got to meet the tiger. He's got to get used to you. He's got to get used to. So he brings me over to the tiger, and it's like, its head is like the size of this end of the table. Oh, man. It was like, I literally couldn't put my arms around his head.
Just his head.
And he's sniffing me, and I'm like getting accustomed to the tiger, and the tiger seems to like me. And we're shooting the scene, and the whole time I'm just like, I'm gonna fucking die, and it's my fault. I'm the director. I have nothing. I have no way out of this. And it was, and he kept getting, his son was like his co-tiger trainer, who was like 17 years old, and him and the guy kept getting in arguments like in front of everybody, where he's like, bring it over, and the son's like, I'm trying, Dad. He's like, Jesus Christ, Dad. And I'm like, this is gonna be the dumbest. I just don't want to die in a way where if you die like that, everyone's like, yeah,
right. You asked for it.
You did it that way. And then it all culminated where like we needed the tiger to roar. and it wouldn't roar, and he's like tugging on its fucking chain and shit, and it won't roar. And he's like, I know what to do. Don't tell anyone about this. Obviously, I am. He's wearing a glove, and he takes off the glove, and he pees in it, and he's like, roll. And he goes over the tiger, and he just takes his like pissy glove and sort of just goes like, bah, and like rubs it in the tiger's face, and the tiger just goes like, ah! And he's like, did you get it? And we're like, it didn't roar. He's like, you'll put in a roar sound, it'll look like it's roaring. Trust me. And I gotta say, he was right. It really looked like it was roaring, yeah. But I just remember the tiger reacted like exactly as anyone would if you shoved like a pissy glove in their face. They were just kind of like, fuck. So anyway, not a tiger. Anyway, The Rock.
Yeah, back to The Rock. Can you watch that movie?
The Interview? Yeah. That's what's so fucked up about it. It's like, it was at one moment like the most controversial thing in the world. Now it's on like TNT at 3 p.m.
Is it really?
Yeah. It's like, it's literally on like basic cable.
Wow.
Like, it's like Comedy Central plays it. Like,
that's so crazy.
Yeah, it's so weird.
I literally didn't want to like even press on it because I thought if I do it, then will spies show up in my house?
No, yeah, exactly. Not anymore.
Wow.
It's just out there.
How weird was that when that went down? Was it scary at all?
It was scary. Yes.
Yeah.
They gave us like personal security, like 24 hours.
They
like,
did.
Yeah, Sony was just like, you have to have security, and all day, like an armed guard, like on us, basically.
Jeez.
And what's funny is we were like, this is so unnecessary. Like, we don't need these people. I had one. Evan had one. Randall Park, who played Kim Jong-un, had one, and I think one of the writers had one, the other writer had one, and we were all like, this is so dumb, why are they doing this? And then one day they were just gone. Like, I remember like going outside and like the guard just wasn't there anymore. And I called Evan, I was like, is your guard there? He's like, my guy's gone. And I was like, I liked having the guy. Like, I take it all back. It was lovely having that guy. The absence of him made me really like him.
So if you went out and went to go get coffee and come back,
he'd follow me. They would follow me in there. Yeah, it was crazy. And it was like a taste of like real controversy, I would say.
Yeah, it was a big deal.
Yeah, and I think it was a good like equal, like a good contextualizing event in my life where I think a lot of, especially people who do comedy, like think they're involved in controversy. But like, I guess in my head, I'm like, if the president isn't giving like entire news conferences about it, it's not real controversy. It's sort of controversy, but like we hit a place of like real controversy, and and it was ultimately fine.
It was a big deal, though.
It was
I remember
a very
when
big
that
deal.
broke. It was like, holy cow!
It was crazy. It was really. And then I remember I was making a movie. Like, it all happened in like November and December, and then I was like shooting a movie in January. And one of the other actors were like, "Were you involved in some big thing recently?" And I was like, "People forgot already." It was like 2 weeks later, and no one gives a shit.
All gone.
People are very self-involved in a great way.
And there's so much news just roaring.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff happening
past you all the time.
That's what's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a short news cycle.
It's funny though.